Good morning, dear children. You are familiar with so many elements. Some of them are metals, some others are non-metals. Gold, silver, iron, aluminium, copper, all these are metals. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, sulfur, all these are non-metals. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 4, materials, metals and non-metals. In this chapter we will learn the physical and chemical properties of both metals and non-metals. So let us start. Physical properties of metals and non-metals. Elements can be classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. Now let us try to understand the physical properties of metals and non-metals. First property is luster. All metals in their pure state have shining surface. This property is called metallic luster. All metals are lustrous in nature. Non-metals on the other hand are dull. Therefore, they are not lustrous. Second property is hardness. Try to cut iron with knife. Isn't it very difficult? Why? Because metals are hard. Then try to cut rubber with knife. It must be very easy. Thus we can say that non-metals are soft. Third property is malleability. Take an iron nail, coal piece, an aluminium wire and a pencil lead. Beat each of them with hammer. What do you observe? Iron nail and aluminium wire change their shape, but coal piece break into pieces. Harder we beat, greater is the change of shape. Thus, metals change their shape and form thin sheet on beating. This property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability. But non-metals break into pieces as we have seen in activity. Next property is ductility. Another interesting property of metal is their ability to form thin wires. This property of metals by which it can be drawn into thin wires is called ductility. With this property, you can see wires of aluminium, copper, iron, etc. Non-metals do not show this property and break if we try to make them wires. Next property is sonority. The property of producing ringing sound when a substance is struck by hard substance is called sonority. Metals are sonorous in nature, but non-metals are not sonorous. Next property is conduction of heat. If we heat one end of an iron rod, then we can feel temperature at other end also. This means that metals conduct heat, but non-metals do not conduct heat. Next property is conduction of electricity. Let us perform an activity. Connect circuit as shown. Check if the bulb glows or not. Repeat the same for other materials. Observation, material, conductivity. Iron nail. It is a good conductor. Sulfur. The bulb doesn't glow, that means it is a bad conductor. Coal piece. It is also a bad conductor. Copper wire. It is a good conductor. From this activity, we can confirm that metals are good conductors of electricity, but non-metals are bad conductor of electricity. Exceptions. Sodium and potassium are soft and can be easily cut by a knife. However, these belong to metals. Similarly, all metals are in solid state except mercury. Mercury is in liquid form. Iodine is a non-metal, but it is lustrous. Diamond is the hardest substance which is a non-metal. It is a form of carbon. So we can say that we cannot classify substance as metals or non-metals only on their physical properties. To classify, we have to study their chemical properties as well. We will learn about them in our next video.